Okay, we're back. We are just about out of health because we're drowning to death. Yes, the early level quest, the beginning quest for the Tribunal Temple. They ask that you drown yourself. Very nice of them, isn't it? And with that sound of thunder, a bridge is created. I am totally healed, and the way is made clear. The force field is gone. When I first had that happen, I thought it was awesome. It was just an awesome effect. Just kaboom. Turns out you didn't drown after all, and you can come into here now. Well, this next shrine, I know the story of this one. One of the Daedra Lords, and I think this guy will tell us about it. Whoops, no, he wants my silver longsword. Here Vivek gave a plain silver longsword to the Daedra Lord Morrowind Dagon, rather than dishonor himself by fighting an unarmed foe. Yes, when he battled Morrowind Dagon was unarmed. So Vivek gave him his sword, so he wasn't unarmed. Vivek was so much of a badass, he was just that confident. Well, sure, I'll go ahead and give him my silver longsword. And yes, Vivek has recruited, enslaved, one of the Daedra to act on the part of Morrowind Dagon. You see, I am playing the part of Vivek. As you can see, Kazit says, or Krazit, I am unarmed, but you are brave and gallant. Will you give me your longsword so that I may stand a chance against your might? Apparently he's bored. He's been doing this for a while. Yes, take it. Yes, I had to give up my own sword, but that's okay. I accept this sword. Thank you, fish face. You have the grace of courtesy. Dang. Why is it that I always have to sneeze and clear my throat? The only time I have to do that is when I'm recording. That is so weird. Maybe it's all in my head. I don't know. But anyways, we've completed it. And this is very important here, because now we're on a time limit. But yes, thank you for your courtesy, Lord Vivek. I shall speak neither hurtful nor harsh words, but shall speak respectfully, even of my enemies, for temperate words may turn aside anger. And you see, if you come here without a silver longsword, you can just grab one from the chest. And since I gave up my own, I'll get a brand new one that, you know, is in good condition. Ta-da! So, yeah. But yes, what was I said about being on a time limit? Oh, actually, let's not waste any time. Let's get unstuck from the floor. Levitate through the Fighters Guild. And how do I want to do this? Let's make this a one-shot. Let's go to Aldron, and then we'll go to Nessus, which is the next one. To Aldron. Because you will see, the Puzzle Canal Blessing gave me water breathing and swift swimming. Now, since I'm an Argonian, I wouldn't have to worry about that much, because Argonians have that water breathing ability anyway. Let's assume you're not playing an Argonian. So go ahead and levitate on up here over to the Silt Strider, because our next task, get back in your spot there. I'm a perfectionist when it comes to that, or OCD as it calls. But yes, we now want to go to Nessus. You see on Balmora, you could go to Seydanine and then to Nessus, but each trip on the Silt Strider actually costs a certain amount of hours. You don't see those hours pass because you arrive instantly at your destination. But those hours that pass take time off of your swimming and water breathing. So I'm just making it a one trip to save as much time as possible so I can keep both levitate. That levitate is about to wear off, I'm sure. Because traveling on the Silt Strider, you know, takes up some of its duration. But we're now going to a place called Coal Cave. But yes, you see this fortress in the distance? Kind of come up here, Go this way. And I always do this. This is the easiest reference. You see that rope fence? You turn and you kind of follow it. Down around over here. And the fact that I'm levitating means the enemies don't attack me, which the ground-based enemies don't attack me. But if you come down here, yes, sir. Making sure I didn't forget my Druge. And here's Coal Cave. And I'm stuck on something. And here's the shrine. But you notice there's more to this. We're not going to activate the shrine right away, and it's very important not to. And this is why you need the water breathing. And the swift swimming, because you notice how fast I'm going underwater now. I know it's hard to see. Man. There's the entrance. Well, essentially there's only one way to go. I just passed a Druge. He didn't have any Druge wax, but back up here is where the shrine is. Come down here. See, like there's a little way up here. There's nothing there, but there's an opening. Come down through the opening, and it's hard to see even for me. I'm not sure why, but it's a four-way. A four-way place to go. You go to your left, and watch out for these Druge. Died. And yes, you might get Druge wax from them. Maybe not. That's why I had one before I even came here. But yes, come up on this platform, and here's a dead adventurer. Yippee! That's technically better than even my frosty sword, because it does poison damage. Journeyman, journeyman. And a Nordic iron helm. I can't wear it because it's a closed-faced helm. I want to keep it though. One of my favorite types of helms. And a darn trollbone shield, which is... Yes, this dead adventurer sometimes has some pretty darn good stuff. Well, Frostblade, old buddy, you served very well. Ooh, and it's a Nordic style sword, but yeah. Don't know if I mentioned this, but when you get to where you fight demon enemies, they sometimes reflect damage back at you, like that poison damage the sword does. But since I'm an Argonian, I'm immune to poison. So they can reflect that back at me all they like. So that's why I like weapons that have poison damage. But anyways, we're done here. Don't know if I can do this right. Where that dead Druge is, I don't know if you can see the cave. That's where I came from. Get out of here. Darn fish. That's where I came from. Down here somewhere. I don't know why it's so hard to see even for me. Somewhere around down here is another cave. Here it is. You can tell because it has these rocks on the side. Dang, this is hard to see even for me. You know what I'm going to try to do? Oh, that... I think that... No. Helped a little. I'll turn it back up here. Yes. The video is probably darker than this, but yes, in this cave, there's another Druge over there. That is a unique one. You see, according to the story, well, if you know anything about Morrowind lore, you know these Druge that I've been fighting are, well, they're underwater creatures. They have arms. You'd think they might be sentient, but they're kind of animal-like. Well, the story is they once used to be a sentient race. Something happened that, well, that made them like animals. But before all of that, apparently Vivek fought one of their leaders, and this is to commemorate his battle with that Druge Lord. I hope he doesn't kick my ass. That's why I waited till I was at least level 10. Yes, Druge Warlord. Very important to fight him. Now we need to get back to the entrance. There are other things in this underwater area, but they're really not very important. Where's that dead Druge? There's the dead Druge. Marks the way. Since we took a left turn, when we're going back, we'll take a right turn. And we made it! Shoot! I even saved time on Levitate. Levitate usually runs out by this time. But why is it important to fight the Druge Lord first? Before doing the shrine? I'll show you here in a second. Thank you, Lord Vivek, for your valor. I shall not quail nor turn away, but face my enemies and my fear. Because that Druge Warlord is actually quite a terrible enemy. Of course, I waited till I was level 13 and had a crap ton of hit points, but here's the reward. A Druge Kyrus. In Vanilla Morrowind, that is even better than Orcish armor. Now that Fortify Endurance enchant, that's pretty much crap. Fortify Endurance enchants are pretty much useless in this game, because any boosts to Endurance are not retroactive to your health or anything, so as far as I know, you really don't gain any benefit. Endurance might affect other things, like how often you catch disease or something. I don't know, but for the most part, Endurance enchants are useless. But this Druge Kyrus is unique, because even though it doesn't have a special name, it can only be obtained through this quest. So, yeah. When I first did that, after facing that terrible Druge Overlord who nearly killed me, I was like, yeah, battle to the death with my horde with this armor that was just so utterly kick-ass. So yeah, good grief, wow, we still got some Levitate going on. I'm going to have to remember that route. Just teleport to Aldrun and then take the Silt Strider over here to Ninjas from there. Levitate has never lasted this long. That super Levitate from that shrine has never lasted this long before. And the next stop in our pilgrimage of the 7 Graces is right here in the Nisa's Temple. You probably remember me going and getting repairs and selling that armor to him that he's wearing. It's actually something important in here. And it's right upstairs. Now don't ever take that. You notice how he's watching. That is the ash mask of Lord Vivek himself. See, the story goes when Vivek had just turned into a god and was still traveling around with mortals, well, he and his friends, something happened and he and his friends fell asleep on the slopes of Red Mountain here. Well, there was an ash storm during the night, and they were covered in ash. Now, Vivek, since he was a god at the time, he was not affected, but the ash storm buried and killed his friends. So when Vivek woke and found his friends dead from the storm, he wept, and his tears solidified the ash that was on his face, creating the ash mask. He then used his godly powers to breathe life back into his friends, because he cares so much. And here is the Shrine of the Mask to commemorate that event. So we donate a potion of cure disease. Thank you for your justice, Lord Vivek. I shall be neither cruel nor arbitrary, for fair dealing earns a love, trust, and respect of our people. Now the Shrine of the Mask has a hidden bonus. Click on it again. And here is the real ash mask. Yes, if you steal the fake ash mask, the Ordinators will still get pissed off at you. But here's the real one. You can click on the real one. And what does the real one give you? It gives you a spell called Vivek's Touch. As you've probably noticed when I was doing the Legion quests, one of the quests I had to do was to cure the Quama Queen of the Egg Mine of the Blight disease. Well, there's quite a few quests around Morrowind because, you know, the Blight disease and Common disease are rampant. So there's quite a few quests around here to go and cure this or that of some kind of disease. And you can buy scrolls, expensive scrolls to go and use. But if you've got some good restoration skill, mine is crap of course, but if you've got some good restoration skill, then you'll have a spell that cures all kinds of disease on other people that costs only 10 mana. course, I only have a I don't know if you can see that, 17% chance of success because my skill is so bad. But yeah, and there you have it. One last shrine to do, and this is possibly almost as dangerous. I made that battle with the Druge Overlord look easy, because I waited a long time. I waited until I was past level 10 to fight it. But if you go there sooner than that, it can be a pretty tough little round. I went there when I was level 5 the first time, and oh boy. Thank goodness I'm glad I had a lot of healing potions, but yeah. Next place, right here in Ghost Gate. Which, let's see. Might be cheap, might be, and this travel will probably remove the last of the levitate spell, so. Yep, it did. It was fun while it lasted. That was good. But yes, I'm going to now undertake the journey to Ghost Gate. I'll pause the recording and come back when I'm there.